All right. I think I want a little music today. It is Tuesday, September 24th. And we are going to be here for the long haul. We still got a lot of stuff to do before launch. Let's turn this way down. Your daddy doesn't like tattoos. Well, maybe I could wear no sleeves. I swear he thinks that I'm bad noise. Hopefully that's not too loud. Actually, YouTube has the issue with copywriting, don't they? It's so annoying. What if I want to play music while I stream? Okay, we won't do music. I don't want to mess with it. No music. But yeah, we've got a lot to do before lunch. So we streamed yesterday. I streamed yesterday and put these together. This is how we wrapped up the last stream. It was our Tour Life schedule. In the update that everyone is testing currently, we have the trophy room, which works as intended for all tournaments not in Tour Life. So we've got different trophies for XC tiers through Q tiers. We went through those in a previous stream. I don't know if I actually have which trophies I have here. But essentially you earn a trophy, you can display it in the trophy case. But what we didn't have was unique trophies for, where are we at here? There we go. Unique trophies for each Tour Life event, which was on my register to do. And this is what we're going to implement today. We can do some more testing with Tour Life playoffs, making sure that those are working properly, so that at the end of the day, people can play through full streams. That's the goal. So in our trophy room, we've already got we already have what is needed here to display trophies. I don't think we're currently logging the earning of the trophy. So let's go look at that. Dropped a piece of popcorn. You're not saving trophies at all. Let me go. Oh, sorry. I can't leave it on the ground, or else it's gonna bother me. I could have just not dropped it in the first place, but that's okay. Let's see how we're doing it here. Log trophy is what we're doing. So we essentially need to just do the exact same thing in the Tour Life round finished. Unless I have it in this. I don't. Okay. Tour Life tournament finished. Trophy. Okay, just to make sure we don't have it. We'll go copy this function at the bottom here. Log trophy. Everything should be good there. We need a couple imports. Let's go grab this. Tournament finished. We need convert. We don't need convert. JSON functions. That's the one. That's good to get rid of a few of the errors. And get rid of that search. That's a little annoying. Trophy ID key. So we need to import the file that has all the trophy variables, which we can just do like so. So what I'm doing now is making sure that on tournament finished, we are actually saving the trophies, which we're doing for the regular tournaments, but we weren't doing for Tour Life yet. This should be pretty much it. Save the division. Yeah. And then if it's a win, we just need to log it. Calculate payout. Let's just throw it up here. If log trophy. And let's see how we're calling it here. We'll copy this in. We'll have to do quite a bit of editing, but this is a good start. Tournament name. So this one's going to be, since all of our Tour Life events have set names, tournament variables, current event -1. Should be what we need there. Course selected. Select season courses list. Tournament variables. Current event -1. And then we're just going to do 0. Shouldn't really matter. Are we actually using? It's a valid question. We are saving the course. Okay, we can do that as is. Next is division selected. Tier selected is going to be Tour Life presets. Then tiers for the current event. Course locations. Wow. Once we finish this function, we should have everything we need to save the trophy. Tour Life presets. Yeah, that. Get rid of this. So now we just got these two. Payout. Should be able to just pull this out actually. Throw it here. Get rid of this. Because the variable is the same for both of those, and now I can access the outside of it here, which is just payout. Course locations. How did I go about that here? Just like that. Consumer staple widgets, so we've got the right. And then we need this here. Course names provider, course locations provider. Okay. Then we can just copy this in. Just make sure we're pulling the information for the right course. This, I just need to copy this actually, make it easy. Too far. This is annoying, just show me the whole thing. There we go. Okay. Copy that right here. Should be good to go. Now we should be saving tournaments. Or, excuse me, saving trophies. Into our life. And now we can go to our trophy room and actually add them in. First thing, so we have our event trophy names file here. I have the trophies already added. So let's go through this real quick. Trophy. Actually, let's speed this up. Should just be this. And I have to add trophy onto the end of each of them. This will go much faster. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now we've got our trophy file. Excuse me, files loaded. This is our code, which is actually displaying the trophy image, which is great. I wonder how can I quickly test them? That would be something to figure out here. For each trophy name, you know. So I think what we do here is final names is equal to, and we can just do one of each. Test. So we got XC tier, C tier, B tier, A tier. Let's just call them that. So this is nice and easy. XC, C, B, A, Q tier, Pro Tour, Major, Playoff, Match Play, Finale. Okay. And my intent is I'm going to comment all these out, use this as my test, and then we can run through and actually look at all the trophies to make sure they work. Courses can be the same thing. We don't need to edit this, just in the name, trophy courses. This is going to be interesting though. For each event name. So instead of trophy names, we actually need event names. This is going to be Checkmate Challenge. Southern Heat. What's the first one? Victor's Invitational. Pacific Shootout, European Masters, Pacific Shootout, European Masters, Arena Battle, High West Showdown, World Championships, Battle of the Plains, US Open is fine, Forest Kickoff, Big City Challenge, Tour Finale. And so that's for each of the different trophies we have, because each Tour Life event has its own trophy, so we need to test them all. Divisions. Are we checking? We are checking divisions, aren't we? We can make them all. What, maybe MA2? It's easy enough. Alright, final trophy tiers is equal to C tier, C tier, B tier, A tier, Q tier, and then we go Pro Tour, Major, Pro Tour, Major, Match Play, Pro Tour, Major, Pro Tour, Major, Playoff, Finale. So that should be all the tiers. Trophy locations can just equal one of these. It doesn't really matter. This is fine. Final trophy winnings. This is silly, but we can just do this. XC tier, C tier, BAQ. That should be the right number. Final trophy scores. I don't know if this is the fastest one to use. It's definitely not. Definitely not. Let's go here. -10 is fine. Doesn't really matter. It's faster, I think, just copy and paste again. CBAQ. Trophy scores. Number of competitors. This one we can just use the standard number of 100. Again, I'm just making all these test variables so that I can replace these up top and test them. Trophy IDs is equal to. We can just copy this one and then change the numbers. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Displayed is equal to, and this one we just need false, X number of times. 13. And then display trophies list. Am I displaying any trophies right now? I am. Let's get rid of that. I think that should be good. Now we just comment out all the actual variables and do a test and find out what I broke. Hopefully nothing. Where do I read displayed trophies list? Slash, what do I set the value to? Or default value to? Just false. Okay, we can do that. Is that even right? No, it's not. It's not the right value. Let's do that and try it. Let's see if it crashes. So far, so good. Variables are updating. We have no trophies. Now we should have one trophy for each of these. So XC tier. And here we can just run through what the trophies look like real quick. Now I'm going through the process of making sure, or making them all look like they're supposed to in the display case. So this is the XC tier, which we've seen. This is the C tier. All the payouts are there. This is the B tier. Looks decent. A tier. Q tier. Looks as intended. It doesn't load those assets. I have the code right this time. This is not the same issue I ran into yesterday. Pro event, unable to load asset. So it's not loading an asset. Interesting. Pro Tour. So it's not loading any of the Pro Tours. It's just not loading any of them. Unable to load asset this. Because the asset wasn't found. Pro Tour, Match Play, Major, Finale. Those are the tiers. That is how I typed them in, right? Pro Tour, Major, yep. That's how I typed them in. If all tiers at whatever it is equal to the tier of the tournament, which we should be passing, should be. If it's equal to playoff, selected tier is equal to Pro Tour. We put it in the Pro Tour. Otherwise, is anything other than trophy tiers, trophy names. That should be working. I'm not sure why. It could be because I just copied them in. Maybe I need to do a save here. And then it'll work. Do a refresh. Something tells me it's not going to work still. Let's do a print statement here. Let's see what's getting passed, because I don't know why this isn't working. Displaying these images first time has been such a struggle. Print division. Print tier. Print name. Print running second if. Print running third if. Tier. All right, let's refresh that. Let's see what that spits out. Point me towards the issue. It's working there. Here it's not. Okay, so here, running second if, running third if. Tier name, print tier Pro Tour. For pro-event is less than event names.length. If event names, none of the names match up. Names do matter. Did I just do that properly here? I did. Okay. So this is fine. I just need to make the trophy names here actually match. So here we can do this. Copy the event names and copy them right into here. Names. Yes, that's what we need. Like so. And I think that should fix it. We're going to find out. Okay. We have our trophies. So this is the Checkmate Challenge trophy. This is Southern Heat. I made all these today. These are only Pro Tours and playoffs. This is what they'll all look like. We have our match play trophy, which is a little goofy looking, but I thought it was kind of fun. Tour finale trophy, and then major trophies. Those look pretty good. let's start testing out our display. Let's do all the basic tournaments first. We'll see how they look. Very, very small. Where do I set my trophy sizes? Right here. These can be a little bit smaller. These all need to be bigger. What do I actually have him at here? Way down at the bottom. Yeah, right here. What's the best way to go about this? Because I want the bigger tournament trophies to be bigger. B tiers, A tiers, Q tiers should be bigger than XC tiers or C tiers. I think we're going to need a function for it. List double turn trophy size. We need tier only. Yeah? We'll default it to what I have it at currently. Let's copy that in. Divisions don't matter here. I think we want this for loop. Let's get rid of the print statements. Sizes equal 0. Let's do this. Tier, and then I want to do this for every tier. B tier, A tier, Q tier. B, A, Q, Pro Tour, Match Play, Major, Finale. 0.8. Let's see this one at 0.6. Let's do C tier at 0.8. B tier at 1.2. A tier at 1.4. Q tier at 1.4. And all of these need to be big. 1.8. Let's just try that. Maybe that's way too big. I don't know. if all tiers is equal to tier, size is equal to possible sizes t. And that's it. We don't need any of this. Return that size, making trophies bigger, and then we should I don't know how well this is going to work. Let's find out. Yeah. And then tier here is going to be trophy tiers. And actually, it just needs to be this. And then 1. Let's try that. What's that look like? It hides everything. It doesn't seem right. Let's do a refresh. Since I added a whole function, it may just not be working properly. It says bigger. The offsets are interesting here. Those get quite big. Okay. So we can go ahead and start making some adjustments here. And I'll have to mess with the offsets as well. But more so just concerned with the sizes right now, which is okay. A tiers, let's go 13. Q tiers, let's go 13. And it's very clear that these 18s are already going to be way too big. So let's go ahead and lower them. I don't know why that makes them hide again. I am not actually updating this, so I guess that makes sense. Sizes are a little bit better there. But still not good. Let's go and try the Pro Tour ones, see if those are just massive. Yeah. A little big. Okay. Let's bump these down. Sizes look decent there otherwise. We'll do the refresh and turn them all back on here. I think the A tier could still be smaller and B tier could as well. I think this is going to be the one. Whoa. Yeah. I like those sizes. Okay, let's just refresh. So those are all hidden, and then we can go do the Pro Tours. Still unable to load a couple, which is strange. Which ones? So we got Battle of the Plains, U.S. Open. No. Forest Kickoff and Big City Classic were the ones that did not seem to work. It's printing tier as playoff. So the issue is here. We need this if statement. No, it's not going to work. Because the issue is it's not passing the playoff tier. I guess I can handle that down here as well. If is equal to playoff, tier is equal to Pro Tour. I'm going to try that, see if that fixes the issue. Yeah, now they're popping up. Cool. And I'm doing the same thing here. If let's try that one more time. So those playoff trophies are full size. It's quite the eclectic group of trophies there. Sizes all look decent. They really do. I'm kind of happy with those. Now the offsets all just need to be adjusted. If I do it with the regular tournaments, do they need to be adjusted? Because I would like to just have the same offsets throughout. See, those are fairly close. These, I guess, can be moved farther to the left, which is the issue here. So let's, right here. The height seems to be okay for these, so we'll leave that as is for now. And maybe we just go 2 and 8. 2, 2, 8, and 8. Gotta do a refresh every time just because I'm using the temp variables. They're not saving, but not a big deal. They're wider apart. Why do these not line up? That I don't understand. I'm using the same offset. Are my center points different on the actual images? So that's an XC tier. Looks fairly centered. And then that one's an A tier, which also looks fairly centered. So the offset must be going from the left side and not the center of the image. That's the only thing I can think that would be causing that issue. That is a minor concern, although I don't love it. That is something that we could deal with for the time being, as long as the Tour Life trophies are not overlapping. Let's go through all these up and see what the spacing looks like. Pretty good. So this one needs to be a little bit higher. And that one needs to be a little bit lower. So let's go 1, 2. Which would make this 8, 7. We'll try that. So I'm going to try to make sure that the offsets work here for the Tour Life trophies. And then my assumption is that because they're bigger, if they work for the Tour Life trophies, they should work for the standard event trophies, which is XC tiers through A tiers. Maybe just one more each direction. 11, not 14, and 8. I still haven't tested the major or finale or arena battle tournaments yet, but we're getting there. There we go. Pro Tour. Put them on display. I think that's better. Let's throw match play up there and the finale up there. Those look beautiful. And then we can take a couple Pro Tours off. I do like that trophy. I'm gonna leave that one there. And let's throw some of the majors. Can only display. I gotta remove 2 more. Hidden. Hidden. Go to the majors. Let's add these. See how these look. All pretty good. Let's take these off and make sure that the rest of the trophies play nice. Display. Yeah. Okay, I think that's the winner. I think because these are smaller, the XC tiers and C tiers, the offsetting looks a little funky. But otherwise, I think that's pretty good. Like it. I like it. Okay. Let's hide the trophy offsets. And then we need 2 comment these out, and then re-engage our actual variables. Okay, that should go away. Oh, no, this needs to be. Oh, that's annoying. It's gonna make me do this, which sucks. It's okay. could have sworn I commented all these out, but evidently not. Whoa. Don't need that open. I'll refresh this. We're going to go back and make sure that page still is working. Nope, it's not working. What don't we like right now? Oh, because I was displaying them, I was... Trophy room 501. Is it the displayed variable? Yeah. Displayed trophies list, so because I saved it, updated this trophy displayed, it actually wrote the new data. The annoying thing is I don't think I have a good way to get around that. I think the only possible solution is just... I think right now we're just going to be ignoring the trophy room. I think that should work. It's just because I rewrote the variable when I was using those test ones that it said I had a lot more trophies than I did, and now it's making it bug. But that's okay. We're going to relaunch it. I think next we're going to go back into Tour Life and try to make sure that shortened fields are working for the playoff events and the finale. I think that's the game plan. Once it loads, which will be any minute now. Oh, now we're going. So we've got our new trophies in. That big long to-do list that I'm working on now is essentially trying to make sure that Tour Life all works as intended. You know what we may do actually instead? So here's my thought. Here's what I'm intending to do. One thing I need to do, but it's probably not the most entertaining to do on stream, is go through and test and make sure that if the user doesn't make the playoff or does make the playoff, regardless of which scenario is encountered, that it works as intended, and if the user does make the playoff, that the next tournament has a decreased field size. Same thing for the second playoff, the tour finale, and the match play event. But that's just me running through events over and over again, which is not overly exciting to do on stream. Not that it matters, because nobody's watching anyways, but try to stay somewhat professional here. Another thing I'm intending to do, right now the Tour Life screens are fairly boring. These are all going to get new page backgrounds that are going to be specific to each event. And the text is going to be specific to each event as well, in terms of what color it is. And then the same thing for the leaderboard. The leaderboard is going to have its own background, and I want the colors to be specific to it as well. So, how do I want to do that? Class, Tour Life, Style, Presets, Extends. So I'm going to make a new class here. This is not overly important, so let's throw it at the bottom. But what I would like to do, I'm going to copy this just so I have it. All the way down here. And we're going to go through and create variables for each of the things that I want to have a specific color. And then we're going to go through and update those. So here we've got because a lot of this is going to be the same color. So we've got static, final, event, info, titles. And that's going to be the color for all of this text, this, and this up here. I'm wondering if I set a background for that. Let's go to our event info file and see if I actually did that. Sized box, no. Event names, no. Elevated button, no. Row, no. Align, decorated box. Border, is there a fill color? Clearly the border works. Box decoration border. Is it just color? So I'm assuming if I save this, that stays as white. Now what if I set this to red? Okay, we'll be changing that. Cool. I didn't have it in there, but now we do. Event info titles, we're going to have an event info backgrounds. And then I also want to do the buttons. Background, foreground, shadow colors. How did we do this? Main menu, buttons. So we've got shadow color, background color, and foreground color. Okay. So then we're going to go static, final, event, info, button, backgrounds. Static, final, event, info, button, foregrounds. I don't think we need to do the shadow right now. We can always add that at the end if we want to. I think we're good there. Info background, we'll have the page background and then the button can match. So right now, let's just get some values in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. We've got colors.white. Button backgrounds can be white. Did that count right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Yep, and then foregrounds can be black. And then let's go implement these into this event info screen. So I did already start it. I'm trying to decide if I want to reset the tour season. I think I'm going to, unfortunately. Queue tier. We're going to hop through a queue tier real quick. Feel free to skip ahead. whole lot of aces. Finish tournament, back to menu, tour life. Start. Why didn't that make me pay? If entry fee paid, what is entry fee here? It's equal to false. Update entry fee paid is equal to true. So I need to make it false when I delete a season, because that was the whole point of me doing this. Tour life tournament variables that entry. No. Remove false. What is I don't actually, I see. I don't actually need this. Okay, that should fix that issue. But I wanted to see the values there. We can mess with that in a second. All right, back to event info. That's annoying. So the first thing we have is the tier. Color is going to be tour lifestyle presets dot event info titles and this. Then we'll just do everything based off of the current event. Invalid constant value. Okay. Can't be a constant. That's fine. Don't want it to be. Anyways, change the color there. So that one is good. I'm going to copy this. Then we have the event names, which is here. That's going to be the same color. Remove the constant. Presented by is going to be the same color. Remove the constant. And then we've got this button here. Let's skip the button for a second. We'll skip that for a second. Entry fee paid. If it's not paid, we're going to do the same color. Same thing here. And then we've got this box decoration. We'll do the same thing here. This is going to be event info backgrounds. List view, and then we've got all this text in here, which probably needs to be a different color. I think maybe we just leave that as black for now. We can adjust accordingly as needed. This one, the color will change. And we should be good. So now, if I update this, none of that should change. It's all going to be the same. That is a solid white now, though. So that's working. And now we just go actually adjust colors here. Checkmate challenge. I'm thinking everything is green. Probably gonna have some overlap here, that's okay. Southern Heat, let's go red. Victor's Invitational's yellow. Pacific Shootout can be purple. European Masters, let's go cyan. Arena Battle, maybe a deep orange. Sure. Oh, that's a good one for High West Showdown though, isn't it? Let's go orange here. Let's go red here. Let's go deep orange here. World Championships. Let's just go blue. European Open. Let's keep that one as black. Didn't even need to type that. Forced Kickoff is green. Did I have one more? Checkmate Challenge, Southern Heat, Victors, Pacific Shootout, European Masters, Arena Battle, High West Showdown, World Championships. Oh, I missed Battle of the Plains. Colors dot light green. And then we get rid of one at the end here. I'm gonna mute myself real quick so I can take a call. All right, we're back. Trying to get this background to be black because the text is white, which is why you can't see it. But I don't know why the text is updating and that is not. We can try a refresh here. Maybe that'll do the trick, I don't know. Why do things just stop working? 457. What is empty? 457. Score totals. How is score totals with user empty? I didn't change that. Valid value range is empty. Not once have I touched the score totals with user. I just changed the color. That's all I did. This is silly. Let's go through this again. Maybe I did change something. I don't know. Pretty confident I didn't, but maybe I was distracted by the phone call. I changed a variable I didn't mean to. That's certainly possible. Once I get these backgrounds to update properly, we'll call it. I'm going to be spending tomorrow making the actual page backgrounds. We're going to be changing backgrounds for the event info screen, the leaderboard screen, and then the tournament round finished and tournament finished screens for each True Life event are also going to be unique. Hopefully going to be finishing all this tomorrow. We'll implement them, add these colors in. I'll do a lot of that testing, or we'll try to do a lot of that testing off of stream. See, it's so strange. Now it works. Hopefully that was just a reset thing and not an actual issue with the code, because I don't think I changed any of the scores. That's the right idea. And we'll have a different color for each one, which is going to be what I was adding in here. There'll definitely be some tweaking to those. So my thought process is that at some point I have to go through all of the events to test them, make sure there's no bugs, make sure that the playoffs are working properly, match play is working properly. Playoffs are working. Did I say playoffs? I think I said playoffs. Finale is working properly. Make sure everything is working. So I'm going to have to go through all of these events anyways. So my hope is to get all the page backgrounds loaded in and copied, implemented into the code. And then just as I'm testing, I can just go through and update colors as I go. So I may do some of that live on stream. Just because that is probably the most streamlined way to go about it. Let me go through the other low-hanging fruit that we can grab. Event info screen seems to be updating properly. The register button worked cool, right? So that's good. Start round 2. It doesn't update there. If I go back out, it will. So something about hitting the back button, which I guess I know why it's not. I think we just make this back button pop back to the main menu. Start event should not say start event there. We can update this real quick. Tour Life main menu, where's my button text? If current round is equal to 1, current hole is less than or equal to 1, it's definitely not. It's just because I'm not updating it live. Like if I come back and do this, then it will say current event. Okay, I think we leave that as is for now. Let's make the leaderboard go back the way I want it to, though. which is tour life. So it's actually going to be the same thing that I already did on this menu. We need the back button, which is hiding, push and remove until, and then our tour life leaderboard needs to have a back button go back to the tour life main menu. Tour life main menu. Now I think we do a little restart here and we test that to make sure that works. That's going to be the easiest way for me right now. Yeah. For even one over, go to current event, and that's updating. I think that's as good as we get right now until so the issue is that the way the variable's set up to track these whole scores is not set up in the same way that, say, the courses are managed. So the courses are managed on a more real-time basis using this RiverPod package, which is what all these are. I'm doing trophies in the same manner. I have not done that with the tournament variables yet. That'll probably be a kind of after launch app refinement update. So they are updating, but they don't update in real time. They only update when a new view is pushed onto the navigation stack that's utilizing that update. And because I'm popping back and not pushing to a new view, the variable doesn't update. But by going back to the main menu from here, now when I hit current event, we're pushing a new view and it's going to read the updated value. So we're going to call that one good for now. Not perfect, but certainly functional. We did create trophies for all the tour events, so those are in. This is currently what I'm going through right now. This is my to-do list that also scrolls up and down. There's a lot. We created a variable for the colors on the event info screen, so that should be good. Tour leaderboard we haven't. We can go and create that. On the tour leaderboard, we've got static final leaderboard title background. Leaderboard title text. So I'm going to do the same thing I just did for the event info screen, which is basically each one of these is going to have its own unique color. And we're going to try to make that match accordingly. I'm also hoping to have birdies, pars, bogeys have their own colors, but that might get a little confusing. So we're gonna have to tweak that a little bit, but we will get there. Leaderboard button background and button foreground. Leaderboard button background. Leaderboard button foreground needs to be black. Okay, so we've got those covered. Static final leaderboard round text. And place text, so I'm going to use the same for both. That is currently white over here. So we'll copy this in. So essentially I'm creating these variables, we'll tie them in. As of right now, they won't change the appearance because I'm using the colors that are already being used, but it'll give me the flexibility to change it down the road. Static final scroll leaderboard scroll buttons. And these are all currently orange. Is that the color I'm using there? Orange, yes. So that's what these all need to be. Those will all have a unique color. Leaderboard background. So the background will have its own image, but that green background, is that currently green? I don't have green anywhere. What color is that? Oh, it's this. So it's definitely just green. All right, that's fine. We'll call it green. Does that look close enough to what that is? Yeah, it's good enough. It's going to be changing anyways. Green. I just want each tournament in Tour Life to kind of feel like a unique experience. That's the goal. So we've got that. I don't know if the white and black is going to change. I'll probably leave those as is, just for a little bit of clarity's sake. I could change it, I guess. Let's create the variables for it, just in case I want to change it. So the first one is going to be, so we've got leaderboard backgrounds, and then we're going to go leaderboard whole info backgrounds. Leaderboard whole info foregrounds, or whole info text, we'll call it. Then we've got leaderboard players background and score totals. We don't need those. This should only be for round. There we go. Whole info backgrounds, whole info text, players background, or players text. Make them plural, try to maintain some consistency with our naming conventions here. Yeah, good enough. And we're going to need a couple whites, a couple blacks. So whites is going to be backgrounds for whole info. And text for the players. Let's make those line up so I don't lose it. And then blacks are going to be the whole info text. And then the player backgrounds. So now everything except these has a color. Whole info backgrounds and whole scores. And whole scores. We'll call it and blank whole scores. And then we could do one for each score. Like birdie, par, bogey, we could make these unique, which I might. It's going to be fun to do. We might try it. Yeah, we're going to try it. Okay. Base tournament variables. And this is what we need. static final leaderboard whole score colors. And then we're going to need yeah, 13 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be silly, but that is going to work. Let's go shrink all of these so I don't have to constantly scroll. We can just read them pretty quickly. And then I'm going to go implement these, and we might call it there. Event names we don't actually need in this file. Beautiful. Okay, so event info we already implemented, so it's all of the colors here that we have to get rid of. Colors, only 42 of them, that's it. Background color, so we're going to leave that. That black is the whole page, which is going to be a picture, so we don't need to change that one. Border color, what is this one? Oh, is that how I'm actually doing the background? I think it is. That's interesting. Tour lifestyle presets dot leaderboard title backgrounds. Tour life tournament variables current event -1. It's a little lengthy, but it'll let me essentially just go into this file and just change colors here once and have them update for every tournament. So it is worth it. Event names, so this is going to be the opposite. This is going to be our title text. Get rid of the const. Perfect. All right, next color, this is our leaderboard scroll buttons, which is our orange. We can just copy this and do the same thing here. Perfect. All right. Next, alert dialog we're not going to mess with right now. Same thing with all of these. Hopefully we didn't mess that up. Background color, let's just be thorough. Let's make sure we're going through everything here. Stop black. Oh, yeah, see, this is a good call because I already missed one right here. Good. Those need to be the same color. Color, got it. Alert dialog, we're not changing. Strokes, we're not changing. Icon button, we're not changing. Score input button, we're not changing. Score input button, we are changing. I didn't actually change the buttons on the event info screen either, so we can come back to that one. Make that note, I've got to do the buttons still. Round. So this one is TrueLife presets.leaderboard round texts. Remove this. And then this needs to be the same. Same thing here. This is going to be the same round text. Okay. Next is our box. This is leaderboard backgrounds with a comma. Okay. Okay, this is our leaderboard descriptions. So this is going to be leaderboard whole backgrounds. And this one is going to be leaderboard whole info text. Remove this. Border needs to be, go away. Border needs to be the same item here. Okay. That color is good. This one needs to be backgrounds, which is good. Same thing here. And then this one needs to be texts. So once again, I'm just going through implementing all these variables that we just created to individually manage the colors of pretty much everything on the leaderboard for each event, so that I can just go change colors once I'm ready. And if I ever need to change them again in the future, nice and easy to do. Colors here, this is going to be backgrounds again. Perfect. Same thing with this one. And then this is our text again. Text. Remove the const. Good to go. We'll just keep scrolling down. This is probably about as fast as I could do this. Whole backgrounds. And texts. Remove that. Okay. Next. What is this? 255 is white. Oh, so this is actually, those need to stay. We're keeping those clear, blank and even. That's fine. Container. Text T. This is interesting. How did I code this? Column. So this is a stack for each of these. For each one I've got a stack. We've got the container. Oh, so it's just IC. Box decoration, box decoration. So the color actually needs to be, I can't set the opacity unless, that one's annoying. I think that T should be black though anyways. But I'm hard coding those in anyways. That's annoying. Because the issue is I can't set this variable up in the same way, I don't think, and control the opacity value. And I don't know if there's a good way to go about that. We can try just to copy. That does not work though. I'm just going to try doing this up above. Is there a way? Because this lets me do the alpha value. And I don't think I get to set the alpha value. I think that one has to stay as is for the time being. We can make it black. That's one thing we can do. So we can go do this. It's not going to work because there's added code, but it's going to make this black with white text. And I think we just have to leave that one as is for right now. Color here. It's going to be annoying too, isn't it? Well, no, this is just names. That should be fine. Okay, so this is leaderboard players' backgrounds. I think we stick with the white highlight. Otherwise, it's the same variable. So the white highlight is if it's the user. User gets a little outline here. Nobody else does. And wants a const here, which is silly, but whatever. And then competitor names is going to be leaderboard player text. Get rid of this. Alert dialog, we're not changing this. That's the pop-up when you're changing your whole score, which we're not going to mess with right now. You can scroll past all of that. All right, and then we do return leaderboard color. So return leaderboard color, really all we need to do is make this readable, because for whatever reason Flutter thinks that this is how it should be formatted. I complain about it every stream. I still haven't done anything to try to fix it myself. But it is annoying. It just looks terrible. It looks so bad. It's so hard to read. I have to go through this silly process to make it legible. Go away. Else it's white. So if there's no color, then we're returning white, which is going to be the leaderboard whole info backgrounds. We're not currently passing the current event to the return leaderboard color, but we will need to. Tournament variables dot current event -1. It doesn't like that yet, but it will. It will in a minute. Border background is white, otherwise It is. Do those have a black background? They really don't. That's just clear. That's fine. We don't need to change this. All scores name. That's a black text, which is going to change potentially. Leaderboard whole info text. That probably needs to stay black, actually. I think I'm on board with that one staying black. And then we need to fix this again. Man, it just looks so bad. I mean, I guess I can just add it here. Current event -1, and it doesn't like it, but it will. Else it is white, in which case we need this to be the players leaderboard whole info backgrounds. Get rid of that comma. This is the same thing, that can stay as is. All scores I kept as black, which I think we again need to leave. And then here, what are we displaying? Gold. I never actually changed that. That's funny. That should definitely just be gold. So that'll get fixed. Where were we? Yeah, take me back to wherever I was. All scores we left as black. Column names. And so this is our totals here. Right, that's what we're displaying. Yes, so here we're displaying totals. Score totals are going to be the same thing as the players. So this container is going to be players' backgrounds. Yep. Name is 0, that can stay. And then the text will need to be the players.text. Get rid of the const. That should be good. Slider active color. What do we want the active color to be? Probably leave that as white for now. We'll keep that. All right, and then return leaderboard color. We want int event. We still have an error right here. That was the only error. Okay. And so now we just need this to take into consideration. It's where life presets leaderboard colors, where it's actually going to be box color is equal to tour life style presets dot leaderboard whole score colors event and then 0, like that. And so that's going to replace this. And then this one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just do these in order. Oh, shoot. Could have actually just copied these in a way to where I didn't even have to change the numbers, but that's okay. 2, oh, don't do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Seven. So that should now, all those variables should be in there. That green is definitely a little bit lighter, which is kind of funny. That's okay. It is bugging me a little bit. I need that to be a little bit darker. Leaderboard backgrounds. Do I have a... Green accent is lighter. I don't think I want gray. What's another just dark color? How dark is indigo? We're trying indigo. I need something darker because that's annoying me currently. Please change that. Change. Oh, don't make me do that. Whatever. Reload. That's not great, but that's better. I can at least tolerate looking at that until I actually set the colors. Okay. Let's do the buttons real quick because they're going to annoy me. I haven't done them yet. Style presets. So we're essentially putting style here. Where's event info? Event info, where's our button? I think it's this elevated button here. Style. And then our style presets. We basically just need this. Oh, give me the B. Go back here. Button style. Button style. Elevated button style from. Can I do it like that? Or no? Yes, that is working, or no, that's not working. I can't tell. Can I do that? No? Have I not done this previously? Style is equal to button style, which is equal to style from. So I feel like I was setting that up the same way. Holy cow. All right. Quick Google search here. Elevated button flutter. Style from, what was that? This is not helpful. That's poor documentation, I think. That's so hard to read. Button style. It's just button style. That's it. Button style. Why does it not like this? Kind of looks like it's exactly what they did in the. Maybe it's getting an error. Yeah, okay, show me this. That's what we need. Then we get rid of all of that. Then we copy this into it. But still doesn't like that because why? Updated button.style from There we go. That was painful, but we got there. Tour life style presets dot event info button backgrounds. Tour life tournament variables dot current event -1. And then we've got foregrounds. Yeah. And then we're not doing shadows. Do I want to leave that in there? Let's try it. Show me what it looks like. Yeah, not great, but it's there. It exists. Okay. Now let's just take this, and then we're going to go to the leaderboard and try to update that one as well. Elevated button. This is the right one. Let me copy the style here. This one will go much faster. Leaderboard button backgrounds. Leaderboard button foregrounds. Yeah, and now we're going to get the same funky text there. But it works. And now the buttons are customizable too, based on just altering those variables. Okay. That was a decent bit. We've got let's close out some of this stuff that we don't need anymore. Leaderboard will close out. These will close out. Trophy room. Tournament finished. Yeah. So we've got all these variables now to control colors. We will do the same thing for the tournament finished, round finished screens. Hopefully tomorrow we're putting some new page backgrounds in. Yeah. Slow, but we're getting there. All right, I'm gonna call it there for tonight. That's been almost 2 hours. Still pushing towards launch, so hopefully we can wrap this up in the next few days. Thanks anybody who finds this after the fact. We'll see you in the next one.